Oh hey, welcome back to the greatest series ever. Welcome back to the free game collection. And that is the series where I try to find a bunch of free video games all over I'd say the country, but really just in like a few different states. We create the largest and most valuable video game collection with spending $0 to start with. And we are now in episode 3. Things are moving right along. Let's head into Boston and I'll show you guys what I was able to find on that sunny morning in the city.
Good morning, everybody. We out here somewhere out in Boston looking for some games. We found some free stuff again on Free Cycle.
Lois, it's back!
I heard, Peter. I heard!
Kids, it's happening! Get your coats! This is what we practiced for!
The guy who messaged me says he has some potentially broken PSP games that he found out in a field somewhere. And because I've got to go to the airport to pick up my mother-in-law anyways, it's more than an ample opportunity to pick up some stuff on the way. We'll find out if these games are functional either way. They're going to get added to the free collection. And we'll see what we can do with that. Alright, we just landed. Gotta pop out the car. Let's go find those games. I believe I'm about two houses down. Alrighty, we just picked up the goods. It's a very thin bag. So let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, alright, Need for Speed Most Wanted, 510. I don't think I've had this version, the Greatest Hits version. Back when we did have the PSP collection, I believe I did have Need for Speed in there. I forget which version, but this is nice. Alright, The Punisher, which is super sick. The movie. This one looks like it's in rough shape, I'm not gonna lie. But, I don't know how good movies do on, I've been out of the PSP game for a while. So we'll have to see this one. And then this is the one he told me about that doesn't have a case with it, but it's probably the one that was probably the most worth it. Tony Hawk's Underground 2 remix version. You know me, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, one of the best games of all time.
Time to dust off the old GameCube controller, because it's time for my review of Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Kind of sucks that is the one that doesn't have the case, but it's still really cool. I'm gonna figure out if you can actually play games without the case, or if so, how to get UMD replacement cases. See if we can even try this one out, because that's a game I would actually like to play. If you remember from the last episode, we ended up getting that Nintendo Wii, the black Wii, kind of like a third or fourth generation, didn't have the GameCube ports or nothing. Ended up testing it out, it was broken. The disc reader did not work, and so ended up bundling it with another broken Wii that I had, sold them for parts for 40 bucks online. Now, since I'm feeling like we need a little bit of an Energizer Bunny boost, we're gonna add $20 to the budget for today, and we're gonna be able to spend it, hopefully on some games. We're gonna be heading into Goodwill right now, the largest Goodwill in Boston, and hopefully we can find 20 bucks worth of gold in there. So yeah, this is the biggest Goodwill in Boston. I used to live about 15 minutes from here. This used to be super nice to pick up stuff. I got a lot of good gems over the years. So it's time to figure out if we can get anything good, or if it's just gonna be, a dud. We also have another Goodwill about 15 minutes away, and we still only have 20 bucks for the day. So if there isn't anything good, we can't just spend our money on whatever. We got to use it wisely. Just a little update here. I'm having a hard time actually finding the games. They're not in the DVD section. The lady just told me they would be in the back, which I thought I already checked, but we're gonna just keep looking around here until we find something.
A few moments later.
So unfortunately, no luck in the video game section. I did pick up a board game, which looks pretty fun, but that doesn't really count towards the budget either way. So thankfully, we still have 20 bucks to work with going into our next stop, which will be another Goodwill about 10 minutes away. Hopefully they have something. It should be interesting to see what we grab at the next stop. Alrighty, stop number 2. We'll see if there's any games here. Actually, I was just figuring out this is the Goodwill from my first ever YouTube video. So if you recognize anything, wow, you've been along here way too long. That's all I can say. Man, oh man, is it brutal out here. Not only is it getting hotter as the day goes on, but the deals are not coming. I went to go check out and just see how much Tony Hawk ride was, and it was gonna be like $349. And honestly, I did not want to waste our $20 budget and like waste like a decent amount of it on Tony Hawk. All right, I got one more try. About 15 minutes away from the airport still. Found another Goodwill that just opened up, so we'll see what we can find here, if there's anything good.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Well, ain't that just my luck today? 0 for 3 on Goodwills. I mean, I was gonna be in the city anyways and had nothing else to do, so it's not like the worst thing that's ever happened. But here we are, another one down. All right, so I decided to just kind of give up on this one and head to one of my favorite game stores in the Boston area, Replayed. What they do have is a wall that is essentially $3 games or buy 4 or 4 for 10, which for what we're doing, which is building up this collection, is going to be perfect, which means we're going to be able to get 8 games for 20 bucks. So of course the goal is not just to get games, it's to get games that are actually pretty good. So we ended up picking up 4 games for $9.50, which means we have $10.50 left in the budget to spend. And I'm probably gonna end up retiring for the day just because I gotta go quickly sprint over to the airport. As soon as I get back from the airport, fully dive through what we picked up and see what's left in the budget and how we can proceed from there. Happy hunting, welcome back. We got another set of free games coming into the collection, courtesy of Freecycle. And we're about to go pick them up. Got to drive back into the city to see what we got. What I've heard is mostly DS and a Switch game. So we'll be adding our first like more modern title to the collection. A lot of it's just been like older stuff. So it'll be nice to get something new in here. So I'm going to be pulling up to the neutral location and we are going to see what we are able to score. All right, so we ended up waiting about 10 minutes and the person finally showed up. As you can tell from my tone, maybe I'm a little disappointed. You know, free is free, right? We did drive all this way here for a single copy of Lego Ninjago for the DS. The person said that their roommate ended up leaving a couple days ago and took most of the games, so that if they ever found them, they'd let me know. Which, again, it's free, so you can't really complain like too much because people are just giving you things that they own. You know, always a very cool thing that we're building this collection up from other people's trash. However, trash may be used very fittingly in this situation. Don't know what Lego Ninjago is going for right about now, but given that we have just one DS cartridge, I think this might be one of the ones that we start to put into the fund to try to get some money back up. May not be that much, but anything can help at this stage in the game. Also, just a quick update on that Wii that we ended up selling. Turns out we offered a $2 discount on the whole lot, which means that instead of earning 20 bucks, we actually earned 19, and that means our budget is just down to an even 10. All right, we are back here in the basement. It's time to look at everything that we picked up today. First, let's start with this little bag of games, of course, that we saw was The Punisher. Don't know how much this guy's worth. Tony Hawk Underground 2 Remix, which is the most valuable of the 3 games that we picked up at this spot. However, it is missing a UMD cover, so I'm thinking about, oh, actually, wait a sec. I figured out a fix to it. Just take out Punisher and we put in Tony Hawk, easy peasy. And then, of course, we picked up Need for Speed Most Wanted 510. So a couple of absolutely banger games on the PSP, as well as the Punisher. Take a look at these 4 games that we picked up that are going to eat into our budget. Of course, the big winner, no, Weakest Link on PS1. If you've never seen this show, this is an absolute classic of a game show. I have no idea if this is any good. Thought it was funny, and for $3, heck, this you can consider one of those the free version, because we got 4 games for $9. You know, it's buy 3 get 1 free, so maybe that one we got for free. Who knows? Tony Hawk's Project 8, an absolute banger of a game. I figured that if I can play Underground 2 Remix on PSP, I could at least get Project 8 to add to the collection. Another Xbox game we grabbed was Finding Nemo. I was just looking for something that wasn't really sports, and because we have this big Xbox collection already, I figured let's add to it with Nemo. And then now to add to the 360 collection, Star Wars The Force Unleashed. This game was insane back in the day. I picked it up for $3 as part of the thing. It's running around $10 right now. Of course, it was definitely an L that we had to go to 3 Goodwills and get absolutely nothing. But at least we did come away with some stuff today in the city, and I'm pretty happy with what we were able to find. With all that being said, the total value of everything we have in the collection is now over here, as well as the amount of games that we do have that we picked up for free are going to be right over here. And of course, a new number for me to calculate when I do post-production stuff is our budget. Now that we have an official budget because of that Wii that we sold, we officially have $11 left in the budget going forward on this free collection. And so we'll see how we end up spending that, maybe in the next episode, who knows. And as we undo the bag to get the games in, I do want to say again, thank you guys for watching these videos. Having a lot of fun here with the free collection, trying to make something good of this. And, you know, we'll see if it ends up becoming something huge. Again, the goal isn't to sell games. The goal is to get as many games as we can into this bag and onto a shelf once it's time. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like, subscribe, do what you gotta do. And again, see you all on the next one.